Many, many times on my own, just sat in here and just stared at this piece from different angles. And I might mention this in the talk later, but part of my background was in 3D model making and graphics when I was much younger, before computers. And we used to look at everything from every possible angle that we could. But what you also see, though, is that they leave the fascia on here. But it doesn't really look that interesting. It'd be very easy for our form to be this color. And within about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe some people will look at it, see some muscles on there, see some beige stuff, and walk away. And you know, what's exciting about that, if it's our fascial body? And to me, this is a beautiful piece. But it's the colors that they put into this. And I think that the kind of chemicals or the material that they use for the dye takes to this material really well. So our concern is that the colors that we're going to attempt to use might not take to the tissue. So, you know, an airbrush artist would be able to do it, because I think that's what's required, rather than just laying the stain into it. Because that phase of preparing Freya has never been done that way before, and it needs an artistry about it that I don't think that they've used just yet. You know, so there's lots of debate around that. But you can see really that there is this continuity to some degree. Of course, it's been cut. You know, everything's been cut away to create these structures and these layers. We know that it's not layered, but the layers get created. But this is something that attracted me and it drew my attention. And one of the models in the Berlin Body Worlds as well, they've done exactly the same thing. It's a guy that's running and he's got his sternocleidomastoid flying back behind him. And we looked at this structure and thought, well, actually this is a really useful way to start to display some of the deeper structures. And if you look carefully enough, when we start to see some of the fascial structures here, you can just see when the light catches it, there's a tiny glint. It's almost like its former life is in there and in that sort of color, but it just gets lost very quickly. And how light hits this is the thing that makes the difference as well. So our form, when she gets lit well, again will sparkle, and that's part of the process, is what we would like to have her look like.